Ever felt invisible in a noisy crowd? Have you been in a big group where everyone talks at once and no matter what you say, you just can't get a word in? As if you're not even there, right? That's exactly how our friend Rohan feels today. But luckily, his Amma has a spectacular secret weapon. A story that teaches Rohan how to speak up with confidence and find his voice. Hi, cuties. This is Sabari from Maanu Story Time. Come on, let's join Rohan and discover Amma's secret together. One day, Rohan and Amma went to his uncle's house for a small family get together. Rohan was very excited to see all his cousins. They were all sitting in a circle talking excitedly about school, cartoons, and a new game they wanted to play. Rohan tried joining the conversation. He talked about a game he liked. Then he suggested an idea. Then he shared a funny story. But every time he spoke, someone else spoke louder than him, or they changed the topic, or they simply didn't hear him at all. He started feeling odd. He stopped trying to talk, picked up a toy, and pretended to play. But in reality, he was very upset. Amma noticed this from a distance. A little later, when Rohan came to drink water, Amma called him over and gently asked, Rohan, why did you suddenly become so quiet, Kanna? What happened? Rohan looked down and said in a very soft voice, Amma, nobody pays attention to what I say. They are all just talking about something. It's like I'm not even there. I'm very bored, Amma. I don't even like being here. Can we leave? He asked. Amma gently touched his cheek and said, I understand what you're feeling, Kanna. You know, even the greatest people sometimes feel invisible or irrelevant like this. Come, sit with me. I have a story to tell you about a sage who was just like you, small and quiet, but with a voice that could move mountains. They sat on the steps, and Amma asked, do you know about a very powerful sage who was also one of the Saptarishis? He is the one who started Siddha medicine and gave us Nadi Jyotidam. Can you guess who he is? Rohan looked puzzled. Who, Amma? Sage Agastya, Amma said, her eyes twinkling. And do you know something surprising? Even such a great sage was once overlooked. Rohan's eyes widened. Overlooked, Amma? Amma smiled and said, Yes, Kanna. Agastya was small in height and simple in appearance. Many people who saw him ignored him, thinking he wasn't that important. But even though he was physically small, his deep wisdom and confidence were immense. I'll tell you an incident that happened in his life involving a mountain, which proved his real strength. And Amma began telling the story. Now, Kanna, before we get into the story, let me set the scene for you. Do you know about the Vindhya mountain range? It stretches across central India, from Gujarat in the west to Bihar in the east. For a long time, people considered the Vindhyas as a natural wall separating North India and South India. A long, long time ago, this Vindhya mountain range began to grow taller and taller. It grew so tall that it even blocked the path of the sun. Travelers going from the north to the south could no longer cross. All the powerful sages tried to reason with the mountain. They shouted, they argued, they warned, but Vindhya didn't listen to any of them. Finally, the sages prayed to Lord Brahma for help. Brahma said, Only Agastya can solve this problem. Go and ask him for help. Everyone was shocked. The small, quiet Agastya? But they trusted Brahma. So everyone went to Agastya and pleaded with him to somehow stop the growth of the Vindhya mountain. Agastya agreed to help and walked calmly towards the towering mountain. Agastya was not just intelligent, he knew his self worth. He didn't shout or raise his voice. Standing before the enormous peak, he spoke softly but firmly. O great Vindhya, lower yourself so I may cross. Stay bowed like this until I return. And the mighty Vindhya, who ignored all the loud commands of others, recognizing Agastya's great spiritual power and confidence, immediately bent low and promised to stay bowed until Agastya returned. But Sage Agastya settled in the south, and since he never returned north, Vindhya remained bowed forever. The world became bright again. After saying this, Amma looked at Rohan. Kanna, why do you think the Vindhya mountain, which listened to no one, made way only for Agastya? Rohan thought for a moment. Maybe because Agastya didn't shout? Amma smiled. Exactly, Kanna. Agastya didn't shout or try to make himself seem important. First, he thought about why is the Vindhya mountain behaving like this? He understood what the mountain wanted. It was respect. So, when Agastya finally spoke, he didn't command or demand. He spoke calmly and kindly like a teacher to a student, showing respect. His words were clear and full of quiet confidence, and that's why even the mighty mountain bowed, not out of fear but out of respect. Rohan listened quietly. So, next time someone doesn't hear you, don't rush to grab their attention. Don't think, maybe I'm not important. You just said, na, can we leave from here? Don't do anything like that. Just stay quiet for a bit. Listen carefully to what they are talking about. Now, Rohan interrupted. But Amma, why should I listen when everyone is giving their opinion? Amma smiled. When you listen carefully, you will notice what your friends care about. Maybe they want to play a certain game, or maybe they want to talk about something funny. You first understand their mood, their interest, and needs. Then, at the right moment, speak clearly and confidently. Then, you won't just give a random idea, you will give one that fits perfectly, which is likely to get accepted. When that happens again and again, people will naturally start looking to you for the final answer. She then smiled. The real leader in a group is never the loudest, Kanna. They observe what is happening around them and then speak very little. But when they do speak, they speak with so much clarity and confidence. Always remember, Kanna, when you know your self worth, your quiet confidence becomes a superpower. If you speak with that confidence, even the biggest mountain will listen to your words. Rohan smiled. He took a deep breath, stood up, and walked back to where his cousins were chatting. This time, he didn't rush to talk. He listened, watched, understood what they were excited about. And when the right moment came, he shared an idea, calm, clear, and confident. All the cousins turned towards him at once. Hey, that is a good idea, Rohan, someone said. For the rest of the evening, Rohan was part of every conversation, saying the right things at the right moment. He wasn't invisible anymore. He had discovered his quiet strength. Wow, Kutis, what a fantastic story. The next time you feel invisible, remember Amma's advice. Don't grab attention, earn it. Be the calmest person in the room. Listen for the solution everyone is missing. And then speak with the unshakable confidence of Sage Agastya. That is how you go from being unheard to being the one everyone looks to for answers. Go ahead and practice that quiet confidence today. See what happens. Okay? If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon. I'll meet you again in the next episode with another wonderful story. Until then, this is Sabari from Maanu Storytime signing off with love and stories that stay with you.